bitch. Y'all pussy wide, cause I been that bitch.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Welcome back to the Clapback.
It's your girl Camille.
And Carmen.
And we're back at it again with another freaking video.
And audio, baby. How y'all feeling about virtual life?
I'm not liking it.
Why?
It sucks. Suckiana.
But why? You didn't explain. You just said
It's horrible. It's delayed. We sound crazy. I couldn't even listen to the preview of the last one. I started it. I said, oh, this sounds horrible and delayed. Let me click off. Yes.
Wow.
Child,
it's that on YouTube, but maybe because I'm used to listening to virtual stuff anyway. So I'm like, doesn't sound too different to me than any other like show, web show, or anything. So I don't know. I mean, of course, since we have like an introduction that pans off of each other, it's gonna be delayed because I mean it's over the internet. But I thought it was cool. No complaints. But y'all tell us in the caption or in the comment section what you guys think. Huh?
I said not the caption, child.
Well, I corrected myself.
I know.
Anywho, so what is tea this week, baby?
Secret.
So the dude from Squid Games, you know, I think his number was 1001, right?
Watched.
What?
Yeah, I need to do better.
That is crazy.
I didn't understand like what was supposed to be going on, but I guess I didn't understand because I didn't freaking watch. So
I was about to say, how you gonna understand something you don't watch?
Yeah, I guess.
Make it make sense, people. Anyway, so he was number 1, I believe, in the Squid Games, and he is 79 years old. So apparently he got sentenced after being found guilty of sexual misconduct. He was found guilty of inappropriate behavior towards an actress in 2017, which included hugging her, holding her, and kissing her cheek. Okay, wait, hold on. He will serve an 8-month suspended sentence and attend 40 hours of sexual violence classes. Okay, this is extreme. So when I saw the headline, I thought something for real went down. Hugging and holding and kissing on the cheek.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. This is an old man all up on a young girl.
That's what they do.
Ew.
No, but like that's how older people are. Like if you've ever been, even with like grandparents, I mean, like, you know, like older women, that's kind of like how they interact. I feel like they hug you, they hold you, and then they like kiss you on the cheek. I don't know. I think it's a generation thing. Huh?
I said it was unwarranted, and he wasn't even sentenced here. He was sentenced in another country. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Right. I mean, I figure because in the US, that would not be, I don't think that would be anything to go to jail over, because like I'm saying, older people do that. Like that's like their vibe. But for him to be getting, you know, sentenced or whatever, the first thing that came to my mind was, this is probably in another country.
Yeah, it was South Korea.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. The rules are different.
Yeah.
Well, the show was Korean, so makes sense.
I wonder if it was shot there. Was it shot there?
Yeah. It was the whole thing was a Korean production.
So were they speaking in Korean technically, but like the voiceover was like English?
Yeah, so like they were speaking Korean in the show, but yeah, they just recorded in English. You could do that with all of the shows on Netflix. Like,
really,
you know how they have like Spanish shows. Like I think Bird Box 2 was in Spanish completely, but they do like English voiceovers.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. You learn something new every freaking day, honey.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I thought that like shows like that, like they did it. I didn't know that you could do it too, like on your own.
I mean, like I think in production, it's a part of the production for like Netflix, because all of their shows come with like a voiceover, or like, you know, if I was in Mexico, I'm sure I could change it to Spanish and it'll be somebody speaking Spanish.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
So that's crazy, and good luck to that man. I really thought it was something like serious. For real. That ain't nothing.
She didn't want to be touched like that. Clearly, she reported it and she felt like it wasn't just the grandparently touch. Okay.
She's looking for a check, but whatever, girl. If she got paid, I don't know. Well, also, it's more strict over there. So maybe it is inappropriate in their culture. So that's why she reported it rather than here. Somebody would have just been like, reasons why he ain't being prosecuted here. They would have been like, girl, be quiet. That ain't.
Oh, not girl, be quiet.
Hugging and holding and kissing on the cheek. We just reported the other day that Vin Diesel was throwing himself on some woman and putting his hands down her pants. What?
Not too much. Not too much. I like him.
I don't care. Is that not more extreme than a kiss and a hug?
A kiss
on the cheek.
It definitely.
He putting his hands on her coochie lips.
Not the lips.
On the coochie lips, touching the Kylie Jenner lips.
Oh. So she big down there. Cause not the Kylie Jenner.
I'm thinking about Nicki Minaj verse on Down in the DM remix.
Oh,
she said he put his hands in my pants, felt them thick lips and got wood. He said Kylie was good.
Oh.
Yes. So that was funny. Anywho, also this week we had some new music that came out. So Flo Milli released her. Is it an album or is it an EP?
Okay, and that's so funny because I asked the same question earlier when I was putting it in the outline, and I was like, I think it's an album because it would have said EP somewhere. Then I looked at the amount of songs and I was like, I feel like this is the amount for an album. So I just felt like it was an album.
Oh yeah, 14 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna say 13 songs because we got Never Lose Me on here twice.
Right.
Oh, she got Gunna on. Gunna's on here. Why am I being called?
Chambers.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to listen to the album.
Gunna, Monaleo, and Nesia.
Who Nesia?
I don't know who that. Actually, that might be the girl who has the song with Lotto.
Big Lotto.
I think so. Yep, Anesia and Lotto back outside. Okay, she's just another light-skinned rapper.
Oh, I need to Google her.
But yeah, so the album has 13 songs, and Flo Milli did say she was not going to release the remix to Never Lose Me with SZA until her album came out. So we were expecting SZA. Mm-hmm. We weren't, however, expecting Cardi B.
Child, I waited till 12 o'clock to hear the song. Y'all know how y'all friend SZA do. She started off singing in cursive. I didn't know what the F she was saying. And then it started getting better after a while. And I was like, okay, this is the little part I heard on Instagram. And then Cardi started off and it was like, okay. And then it just got to a point where it was like, okay. And then I was like, we really could have done without Cardi. Like I was telling my homegirl Carmen, I don't care for Spanglish songs, okay? I would very much so appreciate the language of the country that I am in. So it was like she was trying to be like sexy and sing or whatever on the, I almost said the chorus, on the track. And it's not for you, baby. You just keep rapping your ghost written raps. Don't jump on other people's songs trying to sing it. I mean, it worked when you did it with my girl KK, or I guess my girl KK did it with you because it was your album. But child, I wasn't effing with it, Cardi.
I think the whole song as an entirety was boring. I didn't care for no one's input on the song. I just felt like it just wasn't good. They didn't add any value. I was bored. Like mentioned, for half of SZA's part, I didn't know what the hell she was saying until the end. And then Cardi B, her and that tongue be fighting. I think she need to go get surgery or go to a speech class. Because I really think her tongue is too big for her mouth. Like, I really just don't think she can speak.
There is a lot that is too large on that woman. She does need to get fixed. Every time you say something about that lady tongue, though, it just catches me.
It's big.
No. Like I said, I don't care for the Spanglish. So, but guys, please remember Carmen has been on her whole I hate the song after first listen thing. So catch her in a couple of weeks, see if she'll enjoy
I
at
don't,
least
no, I
some
don't think
part.
so. I like the original. I think we're perfectly fine with the original. All these people hopped on the song. Originally, it was Lil Yachty, then it was Bryson Tiller. Now we got SZA and Cardi B on the song. I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't need any more remixes of this song. Nobody's adding anything to this song.
And
But
it's so
why
crazy because
people
I
like
haven't heard
Lil
the other
Yachty on the song?
I haven't heard the other ones. I saw because I did go to watch the original video of Never Lose Me first because I never saw it. I just saw like little clips on social media or whatever. So I watched that first, and then by the time I was done watching that, the remix came out. And when I went to go scroll and look, I saw like Bryson Tiller's name next to it and stuff like that. But I don't know if I thought I was tripping or what, but I didn't click them. But I didn't know there were like more versions of the song because I haven't heard them. I've just heard the original, and of course, like it was blown up on TikTok, so we saw it a lot, but or heard it a lot. But yeah, I did not know. So when I saw that, and now that you're mentioning like other people, I'm like, whoa, how many times can one song be remixed?
Really? I mean, the song was hot, but it's time to move on. Like, congratulations. Let's move forward. Do something else to follow up and seize the moment. So, good for her for dropping her album during the wave of, her hype. So I'm happy about that because some people be losing momentum.
Yeah.
So,
I said I need to go listen.
Okay. So I didn't listen. So speaking of Cardi B, she released, of course, another song and music video because she could never just release a song. It has to be a music video because if she's not hypnotizing you guys with her body and looks, y'all aren't gonna listen to the music or like it. So she released the song called Miami or it's Miami.
I don't know.
In parentheses is my enough. That's what it's called. It's called Enough. And then in parentheses, they got Miami. So
she didn't take her own advice. Girl, enough is enough. We don't need no more songs.
Well, people are liking it. People are saying, it's a bop. They said that there were bars in it. Me personally, piggybacking off of Camille, I'm not listening to Spanglish. The chorus sounds cool, but after that, like when we're getting into verses and stuff, I'm just uninterested. And then people were doing digging and comparisons, and they said that girl was taking lyrics from Nicki Minaj and flipping them. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the song. So I just wanted to report that it came out. And I doubt Camille listened to it. So
yeah, she didn't. While as you were speaking about this Spanglish version of her song, I began to think, and no offense to anyone, we do not do that here. My girl says, this is satire. When it gets to the point, it's satire. And I just feel like Cardi B sounds like someone's child that is just now learning how to speak English, and like the way she like speaks on her raps and stuff, it's like, you need to call and it's just like, girl, how long you been in the country? Is she really from somewhere else? Where's she from?
The Bronx.
Child, I said the country.
Oh, I mean that's where she's from. She's from US.
Girl, she don't sound like it. It's so crazy to me how like Mexican Americans and stuff, like their parents will be from another country, but they take on an accent and stuff too. And
because of the household.
Yeah, but it's like,
and they probably be speaking Spanish. Like, I'm sure in her household they spoke Spanish. Yeah. So that's why it's probably like she has an accent.
But they accents be thick.
If you speak Spanish every day, well, like all day, every day with your family, and then you only speak English when you're like having to, I think that makes sense.
I guess. But geez.
Okay, and so also we had Sexyy Red drop some music. So she released her song that people were begging for off of TikTok. It's called Get It Sexy. Get it sexy. So we're ready for the summer. I like the song. You
Girl,
know,
so
that can't do no wrong for me. So I don't know.
I'm screaming. I heard a brief snippet, and when I was on the phone with an associate, they felt like Sexy was taken away from Glow, because it was like, oh, how did Glow just drop that song? And the affirmation first, then Glow, and now it's Get It Sexy. Like, they felt like Sexy was taken away from Glow.
I think that's a stretch. Only because like that song had no affirmations in it. I mean, unless hyping somebody up to do things
Mm-hmm.
is an affirmation. I don't think so. So I think that's a reach. I really think Glow, she had her moment. Her song has been out for like a month now. And it's done what it needed to do. It was
Mm-hmm.
successful, I think. I mean, a lot of people play it and like, I like that song.
They
And I
did
thought it
sing
was
it
a
for
good comeback from
karaoke this
her,
weekend.
considering that we haven't heard from her since Sexy Red came out. So I'm
This is
happy that
true.
she found a song that worked for her. And I like that she is like very positive, Miss Gloria, hallelujah. Like she is, and she should be uplifting the community. I like her.
I believe that's her freaking name. Gloria Hallelujah.
Thank
That's
you,
crazy.
Glow.
Yeah, Glow.
Okay, but I like both of the songs. I think they're both in their own lanes. I also wanted to highlight that I think Glorilla's song did good because she went back to her original formula. She stopped trying to be sexy or trying to do what the label
Oh
probably
yeah,
want
that was
her to
nice.
do. Right. I'm glad that she just vibed out and, stuck to what originally got her on the scene to begin with. So
Mhm.
happy about that. Sexy Red, she's here for the summer. She just dropped that baby. She's ready to turn up. I ain't mad at it. And then finally, and we could jump into the news, baby. Party Next Door he dropped a new song, but it looked like it was 3 songs. Like there's a song Resentment, it's a song Real Woman.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, not the balloons. And then
Yeah, don't do a peace sign, girl.
I didn't think I did peace sign.
You
Did
held up 2. If you're gonna do 2, you need to do it this way, not the other way.
Oh, my bad. Okay, Real Woman, Resentment, and Her Old Friends.
Okay.
It was okay. Like I didn't really feel it, but now that is when I will say Camille is saying that off of first listen, I don't like the song, but give me a little bit and I might start liking it. But that was the songs. So as of off of the first listen, I liked Her Old Friends, but I didn't like the other 2 songs.
Okay.
But we will see in a few weeks or days.
Okay. Camille did not listen, but I was seeing, of course, how people do a new music drop. Everybody screenshotting everything, posted on their story, adding songs, acting like they've been effing with it for years, and the song just dropped 12 hours ago. But one of my friends posted on her story, I think the Real Woman song or the Woman, whatever it's called. Can't remember what you just said. Sorry. And
Okay.
she was like, real music is back. And I was like, oh, okay, Bukiana. So
People were hyping it up before it came out because like they were just like, oh my gosh, he's back. Like finally we got, like she said, real music is back. But I think everybody is just, they were excited to hear from him because it's been a while since we got music from him. And that's why I feel like I just need a moment to resonate with it. As off of first listen, I'm like,
you're not feeling it.
No.
I like the cover art. It was really cute.
Good.
Women's Empowerment Month. She had braids. She was black. Not that face. Okay. Now let's roll into the next segment. As you can see, it's a new title on the segment. It's called What's the 411 instead of News Guys. So what is the 411? So I don't know whose idea it was, but Lake Lanier is reportedly set to open a water slide park this spring. It will reportedly be the largest quote unquote blaster Ango drop. I have no idea what that was. I was supposed to Google it, but I forgot. Um, in the US, moving at an average of 30 miles per hour. The vice president of Margaritaville at Lanier Island says that the park is the quote unquote place to be for those who are quote unquote seeking an escape and a nonstop day of high speed intensity thrills and family fun. The only thrill you will get is trying to dig your loved one out of the water. I do not understand why it is that these people are placing a quote unquote fun water slide, slip and slide park when people have been trying to boycott and start petitions to close the lake down. The lake needs to be drained.
So is the water park going into the lake, or is
Yes.
they like building, like, you know how at Whitewaters or something, it's like their own pool or grounds? It's going into the lake.
I think it's going into the lake because on the post that introduced it, it reminds you at the bottom. For those who don't remember, over 200 bodies have been pulled from Georgia's Lake Lanier since 1994. Lake Lanier was built on top of Black communities in the early 20th century. Now, when I speak to my friend Kiera and I read that part, she said that's 200 plus that we know of. Imagine the bodies that are still down there. Okay.
Which is a fact, right? Because they don't have everybody.
Literally, what is the purpose of this? Like, the place is a death trap. Why would you put a quote unquote fun water slide park there?
It's literally cursed. The place is haunted. It's a town. They flooded a town. They killed people.
Why? Like, I just don't understand. Like, everyone is literally trying to get this place shut down, and you're building something else on top of it.
It was the place to be for me.
I've never been there. I don't know where it is, and I don't care to know where it is. Okay,
this is the place to be.
No.
They were saying, y'all come here and die. That's
literally. But that's what it gives. This is not satire.
Family.
Stay away from the place if you want to keep your life for a longer period than
if you want to commit. You know what? If you want to off yourself, and
go jump in that water.
One way. If you want to go out with a bang, you better go late in there.
Yeah, I'm not like that's a mess, and I'm no words. Anywho, next, we have what you said, girl. It started cutting up.
Oh, I just a sensitive topic.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so next on What's the 411, we have a 25-year-old daughter that called her father during an argument with her boyfriend, who was also 25, which led to her father killing her boyfriend in a DeKalb County apartment. So if you don't know, DeKalb County is in Atlanta, Georgia, or whatever. And oh, I thought you were saying something. And yeah, this happened this past weekend. But to my surprise, to my surprise, a lot of people that I follow know this girl. Mm-hmm. So one of the people that we actually went to college with, shout out Vaughn, I guess, he screenshotted it and posted it on his story and was like, oh, such and such, you were such a sweet girl. Like, you know how they do, free you. Child miss. But
I'm not really surprised by that.
What, by him saying something?
By them knowing each other.
Oh, like the amount of people that I saw, like I had a lot of mutual followers with the girl, and I was like, she lucky her page is on private, because I would have definitely been up through there trying to see what was tea. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to ask some people, like, how do you know her? Because what the freak? She must be from DeKalb if she live in DeKalb.
I didn't have nobody posting that lady. I didn't even hear about this story. I thought it was going to be my homegirl losing her life on the conveyor belt for her. I thought that's what was gonna be coming up. I didn't hear about this story.
I wanted to post her too, but you know I try to keep the news to 2 people. But we can also talk about homegirl.
You did 3.
No, I always do 2, Bukiana. So basically this 21-year-old, I think she was. I'm trying to pull up the post now. Oh, she was in Georgia too.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, so let's see how old she was. Oh yeah, a 21-year-old dropped her AirPod below the conveyor belt while on a shift at plant for Club a company that makes golf carts. Oh wow. And other vehicles. The witnesses say that when she got caught in the chain, she was quote unquote not able to get her out. So she called for maintenance to come and shut the machine down. They began taking it apart once the machine was down and called 911. Emergency personnel were able to get her out by cutting the metal frame from around the conveyor and pulling her out. First responders were immediately notified, and we thank them for their quick response to provide medical care and transportation to the hospital, where the worker unfortunately later passed away. Oh, I thought she died like as soon as she
on
tried
the site.
to
Yeah,
get
I
the
thought
AirPod.
she was
Yeah.
passing the scene. I was gonna say at least nobody, saw that.
Saw it, yeah. The company, of course, shared their sincere condolences and thoughts with the family and friends and all that were impacted by the loss. And they're working with the authorities and the contractor in an investigation to determine the facts about what led to the incident. I think it's kind of clear. So lost her AirPod and trying to go get it.
Homegirl was trying to get her AirPod, and I sent the story to our pal of the show, Marcus, because he works in environments like that, and he's lost plenty of AirPods. Child, he lost a pair of AirPods that I got for free when I bought my laptop, and I gave to him as a cute gift. He lost the AirPod or whatever. They just plop out of your ear. I don't know how people be wearing them everywhere. I'll tell you, I had to be in a secure environment when I wear mine, because if they pop out and fall somewhere, I'm not finna risk my life to get them. Like, we were at Run Club on Tuesday, and some dude's whole the AirPods with the case went like on the ground rolling. It's a stampede of people running. He couldn't even stop to go back and get them because he knew they was a goner. He had to get them once we, got done or something, because it was a herd of humans. It was probably like 200 of us. Ain't no getting them AirPods.
Yeah, I don't really use my AirPods too much.
I don't.
Yeah, I've used them a couple times this week because like people have been calling me at work, and I just put it in, like put one ear in or whatever. And then I was watching like YouTube videos when I was eating, and I put an AirPod in. But my AirPods were dead for the longest. I just charged them last week. So or maybe the week before. So I don't too much agree with going to go get the AirPod. Like I just showed you guys, I have a brand new pair that I got with my laptop as well. So if something happens to that set or one of those, whatever, I got another set. I guess the AirPods make work less boring. I guess she was listening to music or something.
Which is true, but I'm just gonna have to thug it out the rest of my shift, because I like a conveyor belt.
Literally,
I'm not playing with that.
I want to see footage, and it's so crazy how they didn't show us the footage. They show us everything else. Shoot.
Okay, that's a good point, but I want to see it.
You over here looking like.
Because I'm like, why would you want to see that? Yes,
I
agree. They do show us everything. We're so desensitized, but
I don't want to see her getting crushed. Like I can turn it off. I don't want to see her getting crushed or anything like that. I just want to see like the instinct to go reach to get it. Like, what was really going on? Like, did it fall out? Like, what was going on? I kind of just want to see that, but it's okay if we don't get that information.
I don't think we will, sis.
I mean, they show us people getting shot. They can't show us somebody. Oh, we don't say that on here.
It's okay. It already came out. Ain't it?
blickied. They show us people getting blickied, but they don't want to show us the conveyor belt shorty. Like, what? Oh, put that up. So, yes, girl. Yeah, we don't need visuals to what I just said. Further incriminating ourselves. Come on now. But
we
yeah.
we haven't done that stuff.
Okay. Anywho, so that's the 411, guys. Let's move into the next effing segment. You know what it is. Get the drum roll.
I ain't look for the drum roll function.
Messiest Person. Who is it this week, girl?
It is what they call this man, 45, 46.
Orange.
They be calling him the number though. They don't like people be like
I don't know.
45.
Oh, I never heard that one.
Oh,
yeah, no.
Anywho, the old president that we had, Donald Trump,
the orange
is the messiest person because why he said to get y'all to come to entice y'all to vote for him. He said that he is gonna free the January 6th. This girl got in parentheses hostages. I'm gonna say bandits and thugs and gangsters on his first day back in the White House if he is reelected.
Mess.
And you know what's so funny? Like when this news, like when you said that this was gonna be something that we discussed, I thought it was hilarious because I was watching Abbott Elementary yesterday, and one of the characters on there was like, "Where were you on January 6th?" Then I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race sometime earlier in the week, and somebody was like, "Where were you on January 6th?" And I'm like, "Okay, wait, what's going on?" And then now for this to come out, I'm like, y'all better stop talking about that damn January 6th.
Okay, because it's been what 3 years now, and nothing has
let
happened.
Them thugs out.
Literally, I miss.
Because that's exactly what they were. Somebody died.
Multiple people died.
Oh, I thought it was just one.
Oh, look, I'm killing off other people. Child.
Maybe more people probably did. I remember us talking about it.
Yeah.
On the show. And it was a woman that got mainly
all of for sure. Yeah.
And she was there trying to do all that mess and messed around and lost her life. So
Messiana.
Yeah, that's crazy. That doesn't entice me to vote for him. Granted, I don't want to vote for nobody. Yeah, but we gotta vote, people.
No comment.
I don't know. I really don't know what to say. We don't get into politics here.
No comment.
This show is just for fun and games.
Satire.
Okay, nothing is serious here. But,
every time it gets sticky, satire.
Yeah, right? Okay, go allegedly. Go get to the polls.
Okay, don't take us serious.
And that could be your stripper pole.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's get into what we talking about this week. So, what we talking about?
Girl, we are talking about dating with kids, honey. Has it really come to that point? So let's just give you guys a little background of, why we're getting into this. So an interview has been circulating of a woman that has 7 kids, but they're all by the same person. She wanted to know if she'll ever be able to find love. And then the interviewer, resulted in telling her, girl, just work it out with your baby daddy. Because 7 kids is crazy. How do you feel about what the interviewer said?
So,
and the situation.
Let me first refresh my memory on what this girl looked like. Okay, she looks like she's like brown skin, lighter brown skin complexion, possibly, somebody could say she's just brown skin. I don't think they could say she's light skin or anything, but she's brown skin. She's not dark skin. She's not light skin. She's like right in the middle, caramel, if you will. I just think it's interesting because we have so many other women. Granted, they don't have 7 kids, but they have children with multiple men. And they're still seen as desirable, i.e., because I'm going to go ahead and plug in these examples. We can throw in Joy Chavez or whatever. What is her last name?
Chavez.
Okay, Joy Chavez, which she is Bow Wow's baby mama, Future's baby mama, and now Trayvon Diggs' baby mama. and he is 25.
25.
Child. Okay, so she got 3 kids by 3 different men. Then we have Miss Drea Michelle as well. And she has a child by some man that I'm not aware of, but she had a child when she came on the scene that she went to jail for child endangerment. Yeah, girl, yeah, she went out of town for a few days, partying, clubbing it up, left her son in a dirty apartment with ramen noodles.
Why do I feel like I heard of something like this before?
Because you probably heard about her situation.
Okay.
So yeah, that she went to jail for that or whatever. So she got that son. He's now older. He's the same age as her
21.
man. 22.
Oh, 22.
Something.
20.
Okay, so that
20
then
something.
she has a child with NFL. Oh well, I think he's retired. Retired NFL player. She had a baby with him, and then now she has a baby on the way with the NBA star. So I'm just like, okay. And like I mentioned last week, these women are still sought as desirable, or like, dudes are fantasizing about them. Like homeboy right here, I know he was writing Drea Michelle down in his dream journal or whatever the heck when he was growing up. Like, oh yeah, she's so bad, da, da, da. And then when he got in a situation where he could afford her, because that's what it is. When he could afford her, he's like, heck yeah, just like Jaylen Brown. People don't really talk about him. He's the same. I was about to say it. He is 24 and or 25, and he was, I don't know if he still is, but he was dating Bernice Burgos. And I mean, like, hello, she's like a grandmother.
Yeah, I was about to say she's somebody's grandma.
She is a grandmother. She's probably like early 40s, late 30s.
Still
like, well, yeah, for like a 25, 4-year-old. So it's just like, okay, these dudes, have been fantasizing about these women. And then when they get the certain amount of money that they have, they get them and they're like, they're living the dream, living the fantasy. So I just feel like it's interesting, the double standard of things, because I'm just like, okay, but if she was light skinned and it was an IG model, nobody would care. She's just a regular girl, and she's, fair skinned and maybe a little ratchet. And her children by one man. Yeah, it's 7, but it's one man. She's loyal. Granted, I do agree. You was with him for that long, girl. You gonna have to just throw that out or hope for the best to come. Don't be looking for no high value man. I mean, if he come to you, that's in God's will, but like, girl, you got 7 kids. Are you gonna want to have kids with him? Hopefully she getting with somebody who got their own set of kids and they don't even plan on having no children together. They just move forward. They just blend.
Yeah, I was kind of teeter-tottering on that too, because when it was first brought up to me by my friend Kiara, I was like, well, hopefully the person, or like saying in different scenarios, like maybe the guy she meets has kids too, so he doesn't like really feel too much of a way about her having 7 kids, because he might have 4, like, whatever. But now the question about, can she find love, or will she be able to find love outside of the man that she had kids with? I kind of felt like I was on the fence about it, because it's like, okay, there is someone for everyone or whatever. It might be her baby daddy, it might not be, but I didn't want to put her in a box that made it seem like she was not applicable to be able to find love outside of her baby daddy. Now, granted, 7 kids is a lot, and what made you have 7 kids with this man and not want to stay with him? Like, I don't understand. So I just feel as though we should have gotten a clear rundown of what the situation between her baby daddy and her was, to see, like, can it be reconcilable? Like, did he, like, let me stop saying the K word today, but like, did he do something, that made you not want to be with him anymore? Like, what was it? We didn't get that background information.
Yeah.
Granted, I did not watch the interview, so I don't know if that information was shared, but as of like today, and I've heard about this like a week or so ago, I don't think that information was shared. But I definitely feel like Suge can find love because, like I said, there is someone for everyone. And I don't feel like she should have to lower her standards because she has so many kids.
Okay.
But yeah, I I don't know.
No, you brought up a good point. I agree. I feel like, now in society, we're just so quick to be like, lower your standards.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that today. And I was just like, I shouldn't have to compromise. I shouldn't have to, just lower my standards because of whatever the norm is right now, or because it might be taking a while to get whatever I am seeking. Because at the end of the day, what's meant for me is meant for me. And if it's meant to be with me, it will. And I won't have to force anything like that. So, and if it's planted in your heart and in your mind, I feel like it's there for a reason. Like, you don't get these thoughts or feelings just willy-nilly. I feel like it's kind of like, God maybe planted in you, or saying, foreshadowing what could possibly come, or what is in your storyline. So I just feel as though we do need to work on just saying like, okay, because I mean, you heard me. I just was like, girl, you ain't getting no high value man. You need to just go ahead and settle for day driving the postal truck or whatever, which ain't nothing wrong with that. They get good benefits, pension, hello, cha-ching. So I'm just saying, we do need to do better with that, because maybe she can, like, who is to say she can't achieve that? Because as mentioned, maybe she stumbles across a high value man who already has his set family. Hell, he probably got 7 kids by one woman, and they mix right on perfectly. Like, there could be
cheaper by the dozen. But they had all them kids together. But you get it.
Wait, who?
I said cheaper by the dozen.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. But
they could be blended by the dozen.
Right. +2.
Okay. So do you feel like you would date someone with multiple children? We know you would date someone with kids.
Yeah. And I was going to bring that up. I have dated people, whatever you want to call it, with kids, but they all have each had one child. Now, I don't know if you guys were here a couple episodes back with that crazy man that I met or whatever. I can't remember. I think he said he had 5 kids. And
let that coochie breathe.
Girl, it was breathing all right. Cause what
was mad at me that episode.
Girl, and here she go interjecting again, guys. But anywho, yeah, I think he had five kids with either 2 or 3 baby mamas. And I don't know, how can you juggle that many people? Because you have to juggle your 5 kids, and then you have to juggle your 3 baby mamas. So that's 8 people that you got to deal with for 18 plus years, because it doesn't stop at 18. When that baby graduates high school, it doesn't stop. When she graduates college, it still don't stop. So it's just like, how can you, first of all, how can you provide? How can you be there emotionally, physically, mentally for 8 sets of people? Granted, you might not feel like you need to be there emotionally, physically, and mentally for your baby moms, but you do. You need to have a good relationship with these people, because they're the ones that are essentially caring for your kids if your kids are not in your primary care. I strongly believe that if you have situations like that, you need to have a solid foundation with the person that you had the child with, because at the end of the day, you two are not the main concern, it's the child. So you need to make sure that your relationship has a solid foundation to where you can care for your children without any quote unquote interruptions. But would I date someone with multiple kids by multiple people? Personally, I don't think that's for me, because if you already have those 8 people that you're dealing with, I make 9 and I don't come priority over those people, because they're your 5 of them are your kids. 3 of them you have already been intimate with and you have like ties with them. So I don't feel as though I fit in anywhere there. Um, and I won't be a priority like
You know,
for
she
you
don't do
to.
girls. She don't do
Oh yeah,
daughters.
I don't like when men have girl children. That's just, I need to be the queen, the princess, whatever. And I don't feel like I need to share attention with your daughter. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, how can you, not saying, well, I am looking for somebody to take care of me, but not saying that you need to take care of me, but how can you provide and take care of me if you got 5 other people to take care of? You got 5 other mouths to feed. You got to buy clothes for 5 other people. Like, I don't need to come second or third or fourth or fifth to no man, no woman, no boy, no girl. So, no, that's not for me. What about you, girl?
I think I've made it very clear that I don't do children, so I won't be in that predicament. Like, as soon as somebody tells me they have children, I pretty much let them know, like, this is not gonna work. So that's not happening. I'm not at that point where I'm just like, I should be going for that. Like, I'm still pretty young. I got some cushion. Now, if I was older, I would have to be, moving the line a bit. I'd have to make
Right.
some compromises. But as of right now, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
So that leads to the next question. Do you look at people differently who have multiple baby mamas or baby daddies?
I kind of feel like that's like a yes and no for me. Well, I feel like it's mainly a yes, because why are you out here getting pregnant by multiple people? But no, because like, for example, Teen Mom, I think her name is Cheyenne, and Corey. They both have a child together. I think her name is Riley. They have that child together, and then things didn't work out with them, so they each got into separate relationships, and they had kids with their now partners.
Oh.
And Cheyenne is now married with a son. I don't know if she has another kid by him. I think it's just them two. I can't remember. And then Corey is either engaged or like in a really serious relationship with Taylor. And they have either, I know they had another girl. Him and Taylor had a girl together. And I don't know if she's currently pregnant or if she just recently had a baby, but they had like multiple children together. And I can appreciate that. And I can see that how like that works. And like they're great co-parents and everyone meshes together well. Like that's a situation where I feel like, okay, I would be leaning towards like, no, I don't look at people like that strange, because they tried it, it didn't work out, they moved on, they were able to move on amicably, and they're now happy in the situations that they're in. But then I look at other people sideways who have multiple kids by multiple baby daddies, and you have, not saying like your kids need to be, or you need to have something to show for it, but you have nothing to show for it. You just stuck with kids, not trying to say stuck with kids because kids are blessings or whatever, but you're stuck with children. You have no solid relationship with any man, not the person that you, or people that you have multiple kids with. You have no ring. You have, what you got? Just the kids, food, and a house to live in, and you on Instagram twerking, talking about free baby daddy number 2 and all this extra stuff. Like, I feel like I don't like when people are like ghetto in situations like that. Like, being realistic, I like, even though we just talked about like Drea and Joy or whatever, how they've had like multiple babies with multiple different people or whatever, it's not really to me like they're flaunting it or like they're boasting about it or anything like that. But I mean, that's just
So
how I
keep the babies a secret because that's what I feel like they do.
it's giving keep the babies a secret, but they're not conducting themselves in a different way, like in a way that I'm talking about. I don't feel like they're on the internet like complaining about their baby daddy on their Instagram.
They got rich baby daddies.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't like the ghetto situations. But I also do look at girls like that sideways who not only have, you know, multiple baby daddies and children or whatever, and they're in like, I guess, a good place or a solid foundation. I still look at them sideways, but not as sideways as I look at the more ghetto situations.
All them bitches looking sideways to me, because I'm sorry. They all, no.
Well, especially if people having kids with 20-year-olds.
Dre and them bitches,
Dre
ain't no better than Shaquita and Day Day in the projects, in my opinion. So,
not in the project.
Y'all do what y'all will with that info, but I just feel like they all on the same level to me. Mm-hmm. The only reason why they ain't on the internet running amok, hooping and hollering, is because that check is clearing each week. Let one of them dudes miss that payment.
This is true.
Then they're gonna be internet like Shaquita and them. So I don't
pay child support in 5 years.
It would be an elegant post, like, oh, I normally don't like to do this, but I have to come here to let you guys know. You know how it goes.
He has not seen his kids in 5 months,
and I had to boss up and thank God for my business, girl. Please,
and now I'm selling coochie.
Okay, you talking about that business? What's that other business you got going on? So anyway. Let that coochie breathe.
Okay.
Okay, and to wrap things up, how do you feel about just dating people with children in general?
We kind of already answered that. Carmen says she don't F with that. I said it's cool if you got a boy child, but I don't feel like I'm at the point where I have to date people with children right now. So I'm kind of in a space where I'm like, I'm cool on that. But it has happened in the past for me. And it wasn't like those situations were serious anyway. So whatever. Yeah. I'm just a girl out in the world having fun.
Literally, we're just trying to vibe out. This is such a weird period because, like, I know with some of my friends, you know, specifically like my gay friends, they're like, you know, what dude ain't got no kid right now? They're like, if he doesn't have a kid by this certain age, you should be so concerned. But I'm like, I feel like that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm glad you're not out here.
But I can see how it's kind of like, because I mean, it just seems so common, you know?
Yeah, but there are a lot of people that are cautious, and just because they don't have kids don't mean they ain't never had abortionas and all that stuff. So yeah,
pregnancy scare. Yeah, that is true. That's true.
But there are men out here that are like, you know, I want to be ready when I have children, and you know, they want to be in a specific space in their life and stuff like that. But it is very rare to find.
Yeah, I respect it. Well, alrighty then. This all leads us to the clapback.
Clapback, girl.
Who you clapping back at?
Who the F you clapping back at?
I asked you guys.
But I never answered first. So who you clapping back at, girl?
I asked you guys.
We gonna be here all night?
Why can't you just go ahead and
go? Because that's my thing, girl. Who you clapping back at? Who you clapping back at, girl?
Nobody.
Yeah, me either.
Why can't you just do it?
I literally don't have a clapback. That's why.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, me neither. But honestly, I'm just going to clap back at my week in Atlanta. I'm excited. I'm excited to come back home. I got a lot of things to do. A lot of events, child. I got invited to the baby birthday. Hey, Jamani. Hey, Jamaica.
I was about to say, who is that?
Jamani is Jamaica's baby.
I got that after you said Jamaica.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Correlate.
Yes, I got invited to Jemani's birthday, so
Oh,
doing that. Getting back to yoga, baby. Why is there no free yoga up here? Everybody want money.
girl, you need to be like, I'm on the post, free admission.
Everybody is like up here. It is like pay yoga, pay yoga. I did find a free yoga event this Sunday, so I'm happy about that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it because it does invade into my church time. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do because I mean, free yoga and connecting, but I'm also like, oh, God.
Number one.
Right. So, but I can also go to church in Atlanta when I get back.
Mm-hmm.
So debating decisions.
Mm. Okay, yeah. Still don't have a clapback, so I'm oh, I do have a clapback. What
Yep.
if one of my quote unquote friends, I didn't announce it on here, but I basically got like a promotion at work or whatever. And you know, I posted on my story like last week or the week before, like, oh, my new office, da 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 da. And you know, people were sliding up saying like congrats and so proud of you, whatever,
Oh, I
whatever.
thought you just moved in.
Okay. And one of the people that slid up and said congrats, we ended up like getting into it this week because she also works at the place. And you know, she was complaining to me about how she doesn't have clients and da 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 da. And I was like, well, you kind of like refuse all the clients that you're, you know, kind of we try to give you. So like you have too many stipulations and you don't want this, you don't want that. You telehealth in person, like it's just too much. So that's what I was saying. Like you're sitting here complaining, but you have all these stipulations. So homegirl then proceeded to tell me like make a long story short, basically, oh, you're acting funny now that you got a job at the office. Yes, honey. One of the same people that was congratulating me, talking about I'm acting funny because I work in the office. Baby, I've been working in the office. But anywho, and saying I'm acting like someone that I'm not and all this stuff like that. Yeah, it was just a bit too much for me. And you're supposed to be my friend and that's how you speak to me. Like it's so funny how people just love to receive information so that they can then spin it and throw it back in your face. And I really didn't appreciate that. And it hurt my feelings that, you know, you would say something like that to me and you're supposed to be my friend. So yeah, I'm clapping back at her because I didn't like that. And that really did hurt my feelings. Like I didn't tell her that hurt my feelings, but that hurt my feelings because how dare you?
So
So
what
yeah,
did you say?
I was just basically like, one thing about me, I don't like a complainer. We all
Oh my
know.
gosh, me and Courtney, my friend Courtney, we were just talking about that too.
You already know I do not like a complainer. So she complains to me. She complained to me today. I have yet to respond, but she complained to me today about the client that she saw, like paragraphs about this person. And she does it all the time. So it's like, okay, I'm trying to help you out, but you want to complain. So I basically was like, I'm not acting like anybody that's not myself. I'm acting like me. I don't like a complainer and da 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 da. And that was kind of that. But we ended up not talking like about the situation or whatever, but we ended up talking like the day or so later because there was a client that called that I had to do an assessment on, and the little boy was in a mental hospital and he was diagnosed with schizophrenia and what else? I think he had like ADHD, and he was homicidal, not suicidal, and all this stuff. And I took a picture of it and I said, now I'd be real effed up if I gave you this person. And then I was like, I'm gonna give them to you anyways. Cause after we got into the argument, it was when I said that, she was like, oh yeah, that would definitely be a challenge. Well, baby, accept the challenge, because once he calls back, he's going to you. But yeah, that was that. Should have kept your mouth closed. Talk about I'm acting fun. That's what she said. You acting fun now that you work in the office. So let's see. Not funny, ha. Funny, weird. Let me see how funny
fun yawn.
Girl, yes. We gonna see who gonna have the last laugh. Cause I'm gonna be real funny with them caseloads. How about that?
Sounds like frenemies now.
I'm screaming. I'm not anyone's enemy.
Right, because you're the frenemy.
No, I'm just a good friend. But yeah, guys, forgot about that because that happened. That happened on Monday. Oh my gosh!
That's why.
Yeah, while I was working from home in my bed, I'm arguing with someone via text message, y'all. But anywho, I'm sorry, guys. That took a bit more time than I anticipated. So
okay.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. The Clapback's page is theclapbackcc. My Instagram is Camille_loves. Carmen's is car.xo. Follow us on TikTok at theclapbackcc. Send us an email at theclapbackcc@gmail.com.
Are you okay? You look like you in pain.
Something going on my throat and nose.
Fill out the Google form if you want to be on the podcast. And we will catch you guys later.
Bye, guys.